Good evening, this is Cab, here to drive you crazy. And of course I got here a little fussy Miss Cabby, but she's alright. She's just a little hungry at the moment, but I want to personally make this video to say thank you for 200 subscribers. It honestly means the world to me knowing that, I haven't even been posting more than a year of my videos. Actually, I checked back to it to see that it's about July time that I had first put out my first video, and realized that I'm here at this little milestone of 200 subscribers already, 2 months prior. So to me, that is a very, humbling thing, to say the least, and to really just again thank the communities that I'm a part of, where they had reached out to say that they would be supporting of me in my videos, to some of the other people who have subscribed to me because of the content that I've been putting out, and of course just all around just generous enough to know that there's enough people out there who's showing me support on something that honestly I wanted to do kind of for fun, kind of not really thinking that I was going to really make that much of an impact. But hey, that just shows if you're diligent enough, if you put the time into doing something, if you have the kind of communities that you can reach out to show you that love, show you that support, and give back as much as you give back to them, they will always have your back. And to me, once again, it's a personal thank you for this little milestone that I've reached. And to really top off on it, I want to say personally thank you to Mr. Lance Raphael's Vlogs, who is actually the guy who is my 200th subscriber. He actually subscribed, and I was kind of on the fence. I was looking at my subscriber count to see I was at 199 for like almost 2 days straight, and just kept saying, come on, let's get to the 200, let's get to the 200. Woke up the next morning, still 199. Eventually came back and saw that he left a comment to say that he really liked my last update vlog, and actually subscribed to me then. And I wanted to personally thank him in that comment. But the one thing I do seem to be having a slight problem with YouTube right now is the fact that I do have the community guidelines comments restrictions. So I believe it's something that he had posted, which, if memory serves me correct, I think it's just because in that comment he had asked for me to go and watch his vlogs as well on his channel, and of course I went out of my way to make sure I went and subscribed to him as well, because that's just what you do as communities in YouTube. You help one each other out to make sure that you can help each other's channels grow. So I wanted to personally reach out to him, but I believe it's because he self-promoted in his comment is the reason why YouTube actually removed his comment from that video. And it is kind of a bothersome to me, because another video that had a comment removed was actually one of the covers that I did for one of my favorite YouTubers, and basically all he had said was more screaming, because in the song cover there is actually a screamer part, which I went to doing more of a singing part for it. But ultimately it was just because of the fact that he had made a comment about saying more screaming, that for some reason YouTube decided to say, no, we don't appreciate that comment, and deleted it for me. And I didn't appreciate that, because of the simple fact that I was the one who was happy enough to see in my notifications that the person I did the cover for reached out and gave me a critique on the song cover that I did, just so that way that YouTube can delete the comment for some reason. So ultimately I wasn't exactly too happy about that, and I might try to see what I can do to really get around that. I don't necessarily want to take off the community guidelines, just because of the fact that there are still a lot of comments that I get that are still like this time period blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden it's a sex site, and I don't like seeing those kind of things, and yet I still get them anyway. So that's why I keep the community guideline stuff up. But I also just wanted to share with you guys that something that I had mentioned from that first reference, to say my very first video I ever put out was July of last year. And in that little intro video, which basically was introducing myself and saying kind of what I wanted to do with this channel, is something I'm looking forward to actually pursuing to right now. So I'll leave a link in the very bottom of the description to show you that original video, and just to explain to you basically what it was me explaining that one of the biggest reasons why I ever really got into YouTube was because of reactions. Now, one of the big things that I've come to understand, especially within this last year, about how reactions go, and especially with the copyright issues, is knowing exactly what I'm going to choose to react to. I'm not really that big into doing a lot of reactions for music that is more common. And I mean that because, you know, I've seen a lot of reactors who I am, you know, subscribe to myself, who are like, they say they're hip-hop heads who are listening to rock and metal for the first time. And to me, those kind of people blew up. And they have like their 500,000 to 600,000 subscribers, and I praise them because I've been following them for as long as I can remember. But I would technically say I'm more of a rock and roll metalhead who is looking into more of the YouTube hip-hop scene, the more rap scenes. So I would probably say if I am going to try and go into my actual reactions, I would try to do more into that kind of scene. Of course, I'm always willing to do other things, because the first and foremost of it is I am finally coming to understand my OBS system. I finally have it downloaded. I just need to get myself a capture card, which I have already purchased and is basically on its way to be delivered to me. There's no real place around here in the Philippines that is available to be able to find those capture cards. The HDMI cables maybe, but the capture card was definitely the one big thing that I needed to make sure that when I make an OBS video, and especially because I want it to be posted, that obviously it comes out a lot cleaner and a lot better than some of the other stuff that I've done. Because the only other time I ever really tried using that was actually when I tried to do my Minecraft series. I only put out 2 videos, and I pretty much only put out those 2 videos because the video quality was just so bad that I wouldn't be too surprised why nobody wanted to watch it. Which is why I didn't really realize that it's because of the fact that I needed a capture card and all those extra little things necessary to make sure that the quality of the picture was going to come out just as well as the audio. So ultimately, I am going to be working on that for my up and coming videos. I am still going to be doing my weekly Boston Sports Talk. I might try to get back into doing some covers as well. Again, just the copyright issue stuff is really what's the only thing holding me back on that part, as well as actually fulfilling the first and foremost thing that I wanted to do with this channel, which was reactions. Exactly what I would be choosing to react to can be altered by whatever it can be suggested in the comments, the kind of, you know, people who reach out to me to say what I have, what I haven't been listening to for music wise, and of course anything else that I can try to do to continuously reach out to gain more people to watch my channel, obviously. So that's pretty much all I really wanted to share. And again, just a huge thanks to the 200 people who have subscribed to me. You know, it is honestly like very humbling again to know that I've been able to achieve this simple milestone right now, and of course looking to have a much bigger milestone continuing on. And right now I would probably say the next goal of mine would definitely try to be pushing for the 1,000 subscriber mark, and maybe after hitting that 1,000 subscriber mark, see if I can go and get my monetization partnership with YouTube. But until then, my name is Cam, and I'm here to drive you crazy. Aloha, God bless, and take care.